Hello. I thought I'd do something different. I thought I would vlog. I know. Isn't that exciting? Everybody and their dog seems to want to do a vlog, but I've never done it really. So I thought it might be fun. I kind of got inspired to vlog my art process or my whole deal because it just sounded like really exciting to do. So I'm gonna do that. Currently what I'm vlogging is, or at least what I'm doing is that I am making Halloween cards for my friends. I have like over 30 people on my list to send a postcard to this year, so it'll be a lot. It's already a lot. I think I've painted everything and I'm just adding lines. It's more effort than I thought I would be doing, I will admit. But I should show you what I got going on. So here's a look inside my twisted mind. Here's my desk. First of all, it's a little messy, as in stuff is shoved to the side and whatnot, but promise me that you don't care. So I'm doing some pumpkins. These are really like, I wouldn't say lackluster. I think they're just very elementary school pumpkins. And I guess that's the point. I'm not looking for anything super crazy or advanced or anything. But let me show an example of some of the cards that I've already finished. I was actually looking through my postcards to see what I had that was already Halloween-like. And it turns out I do not have a lot of Halloween postcards, so I thought I would have to make my own, and it is a lot. I think I only have like 3 actual Halloween cards. So here's some ghosts. Bisexual colored ghosts. This one's going to my sweetie because it's a heart ghost. Yeah, there's some of those ghosts. There's a kitty with splatters, kitty with swirlies. These ones aren't reading super Halloween to me, but I thought, oh well, cats and Halloween. So here's some pumpkins. I like this guy. I like all of them actually so far. There's this funny one with a long stem. I tried to recreate the magic here. I feel like that one's not going to be the same, but it's going to be its own little vibe. And then this one, I like this one. I especially like this one. It's kind of giving that like mid-century or like Victorian era pumpkin. That's kind of also over the garden wall inspired, which is also inspired by those Victorian pumpkins. So yeah, I thought that was going to be a cute little moment. So I also made a bunch of ghosts today as well. I don't know why. This is giving Christmas with the red and green, but we've all. So there's these. They're kind of very similar because I'm not going for anything extraordinarily different for these pumpkins. I mean, god dang it, ghosts. I just wanted them to exist. I use like this watercolor postcard that's a little flimsier. It's not as great. I think it's the Hanamule brand that I'm doing them with. So I first started doing the Strathmore on them, and then I realized I was wasting their potential because the Strathmore ones are nicer quality, so I started doing the pumpkins on them instead. But yes, we got some kitty cats and pumpkins, and so I finished doing all the kitty cats that I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna move on to the rest of these pumpkins here, and also letting those kitty cats dry. I decided to give them witch hats because they weren't giving enough Halloween, and so witch hats it is. Currently I'm just using a what was it, Tachikawa nib with some ink. I think it's like, I don't remember what brand it was, but it was advertising itself as like one of the blackest inks out there, and it came in a sketch box, like it was exclusive to that for now, or at least at the time. So I don't know if they've released it as something else. If I bother to get it out and check it out, I will let you know what that is, but yeah. Let's see, I gotta light up some incense for one, because that will improve the vibe. I finally got my order of incense matches in today after waiting like 10 days. They just got a little back and forth in the mail. Like, they went to Seattle, they left Seattle, they went to Seattle, they went to Tacoma, they left Tacoma, they went to Seattle, they left to Seattle, they left Seattle like twice. It was a whole ordeal. But they're finally here, and so I get to light my strawberry incense matches. Let's add some faces to these pumpkins. So I'm feeling this one. I really like those over the garden wall pumpkins, so I may do that again. My ink, I'm just gonna set it right there. I need to stir it up a little bit because this ink, I think because of how dense it is, it's not very well, what's the word, emulsified or whatever. The particles want to come to the bottom. So I'm just going to mix that up a little bit, and then I'll start my faces. I love these incense matches. I don't know about you. They are like the perfect amount of like incense for a small room like mine. Of course I light multiple because like I do whatever I want, but yeah, if you don't need like a whole like incense stick or like cone or anything, because that's a lot, I will say that's like a lot of stuff. These are kind of like awesome, and they have such great fragrances too. I really like these like smells that they have. The one that I'm lighting right now, again, I think I said strawberry. It's really good. But all of the other ones are good too. I really like the musk one, actually. I wasn't feeling musk today, which is funny because I've been wanting it all week until like the moment I get them, and I'm like, maybe strawberry is still the way to go. But yeah, I'm using my dip pen here, like I mentioned. I have used dip pens for many years, but not really in recent years as much. I mostly used them in high school, but there's a bit of a technique to them. Like, you want to just kind of flex the ink out when you want like a big puddle or whatever, if you're filling in a large space. At least that's what I do, like I was just doing there. Pumpkins. I think I'm not going to go as crazy on the lines for these pumpkins like I did the earlier ones. I think I'm just going to like do the faces and that's it. Like, I don't want to do all those lines and stuff. Like, this is already a lot of effort for these cards, which is nice. It's like handmade cards and stuff, but I normally don't put this much effort into like my my holiday cards. You know, usually I just like do pre-made cards or something for those because I'm sending them to so many people. It takes a lot of work to do something specialized for every single one person, which I don't mind doing sometimes, not all the time, which is why I do the pre-made cards, because I'm like, I ain't doing all that. Like, come on, man, don't come at me. Like, are you doing this for your loved ones, for your 30 plus loved ones? Like, it's just kind of extra, and that's okay. Like, I think it's fine to be a little extra with it. Let's see, am I salvaging this okay? Yes, I am. I think it looks fine. Ta-da, here's my little pumpkin guy. Let's add some, like, lines around the eyes and stuff. Kind of give it a little personality. I like the little... There we go. That's a funny looking guy right there. I'm gonna set him to the side. I'm gonna move on to this guy. This is a jolly looking pumpkin. I'm gonna give it like a funny, jolly face. By the way, I'm not making these cards, these postcards with anybody in mind until I start to address them. Except for like some of them, you know, like the one that's for my sweetie. I think that one was kind of an obvious choice. If I sent that to anybody else, it might be a little weird. Funny. That little heart ghost earlier. Sometimes I also like to turn the nib upside down to like spread the ink a little better. Helps quite a bit. Oh shoot, yeah, all the ink just dumped there. It's a really good thing that I'm filling this space with ink anyways. I find that the watercolor kind of coaxes the ink out of the nib like a lot, which is why it's like flowing differently than just on paper. It's definitely different, I will say. Let's give him like a little button nose. That would be cute. There we go. I like that. The ink drops are kind of menacing. They just keep coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Can't, and we don't, and we won't stop. Yeah, ink is coming. It sure is. Let's see what I can do here. Oh God.
If I could realize I'd die, then I would be a lot nicer. Used to believe in a lot more. Now I just see straight ahead. That's not to say I don't have good times, but as for my day.
Anyway. I've gotten through addressing all of these. Let me see how many there are here actually. There's a lot. So hopefully I'm not accidentally flashing any addresses, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I thought there were more than 30. Maybe it's because I did take some addresses out and of my mailing list. Not out completely of my address book but of my mailing list. I think also because some of these it's like multiple people at one residence. So 30 Halloween cards. It's a lot, you know. Quite a labor of love. I didn't make all of them. There's like 3 in there that I didn't make, but for like the rest of them, yeah. And I wrote messages on all of them. I will not lie, they're mostly the same message. Maybe worded a little bit different sometimes, but mostly the same message because I already painted nearly 30 cards. I'm not going to be inventive also. Like, I thought I would just do the bare minimum. And then I have to do this again for Christmas. Or like the holiday season. Oh, it's gonna be, I'm probably gonna make it easier on myself, maybe. I'm hoping. I don't know what I'm gonna do for it. I might make like a card template and just cut them out like half sheets. Because I don't feel like doing that much work. I remember one year I made, like a letter template with like my characters on it, and I wrote like a happy holiday message on there, and I realized it's a lot of paper for me writing 2 sentences, so that took a while. Maybe I can maybe just half sheets and reduce the load. And you may be wondering, if it's such a hassle to do, why do it at all? To which I say, it's like nice, it's fun to like send out stuff to people you know and love, you know. It's just a lovely thing to do. And then on all of these I put stamps also. I did save myself a couple pennies because I used postcard stamps instead of normal stamps for most of these. There's 2 international ones that I'm sending out. They're gonna get them late, but that's okay. But they are going to Australia and Scotland, and so I had to use my, if I have them right here, holding it up like the girlies do, international stamps. These things will send a letter, like a 1-ounce letter, to anywhere in the world from the US. And you may have to use extra postage depending on how hefty your letter is. I do end up putting extra postage just because I don't want it to get sent back and stuff, especially since it's going so far. And so that's my deal with the international postage. But most of these, since they are domestic within the US, I just use postcard stamps. I think on one of them I forgot that I had postcard stamps, so I just put like a regular US stamp on there. I have a coil of 100 US flags from 2024. I like the 2024 design more, if I'm gonna have to choose a boring flag design, because it's got like some variation and the flags are like painted nice. I don't know. I normally don't like the US flag ones, but I was like, I have to get some regular, normal, boring stamps every now and then to send out, instead of using my nice stamps all the time, because it's just like, I don't know, I can't use up all my nice stamps, especially to like, I've been writing letters to payment processors lately, because they're doing some bullshit with not refusing to process not safe for work, and it's just kind of some, like I said, some bullshit going on, and I don't like it. So I'm protesting through the mail, because, you know, they can block your number, they can like take away a service number, but they can't stop mail from coming. That'll just keep coming, especially even, okay, so our country right now is a flaming hot turd. Our government is shut down, last I checked, for a while, but the mail keeps coming. That's really good. USPS is different. They don't use the same revenue source as like the rest of the government, so they still get mail delivered for a while, and so it's still coming, boys. You can't stop it. It's gonna keep coming. Woo! I don't know what to do right now. I bugged my buddy to see if they wanted to voice call on Discord, but they haven't seen my message yet, or whatever they're doing, they're not available. Come on, Moss. And I know Moss will be watching this video because they said they would. You promised, buddy. You gotta be watching this. I hope you were addressed. Or at least you feel addressed, because you were addressed, but I don't know if you feel addressed. Anyway, whatever. Whatever. It is tea time. So we're at my vanity in all its glory. Sitting way back to show you what it's like here. I gotta stop saying and but yes, there it is. I'm very proud of this area of my room. It's very much oh god, what did I just say? It's very decorated, I will say. And I have my teapot here. It's tea time. My cassettes, my bullshit. Look at all that. I'm just smogging right now, whatever that means. The cool kids are saying it. So I put this little pool table up here. It was right here where the teapot was, but I needed to put the teapot there. And there's other stuff of mine just in the corner and stuff. There you go. This awesome Marvin the Martian mask that my boyfriend got me. Stuff. There's little tiny tailgate that I made out of, what's it called? Wool fibers. Needle felted him. This huge honkin' music player that I had to clear a room for because at work I was gifted it by a dead person, kind of. It's a long story that is actually short, but I don't want to explain it. Woody, I like him. He's so cute. My friends pitched in and got me him for my birthday this year, and he is so fantastic. I like him a lot. Hi, that's me. He looks great, and he's very poseable. He's got different faces, and like, you can move his eyes around and everything. But I have him in this pose right here. And there's Ned right under him. That's my guy, Ned. I made him up, and I made him out of like these little dummy 13 figures. But yes, tea time. It's not so pretty right now. Maybe I'll include a picture of what it looked like when I first brewed this, because it was very pretty, but it is not as pretty right now because there's not as much tea. So I am going to pour me a cup of tea. Can I do this without like having the lid fall and do it one-handed? I dare not do it, but let me try. Anyways. I'm winning. I'm doing it. A little bit of tea on my tiny little, what is it called? A rug. I was trying to think of what kind of rug it was, like a Persian rug or a Turkish rug. Something like that. But it's actually a mouse pad. So I have one at my computer that I use as a mouse pad, but then the other ones I have here for my little guys, who are all sitting just chill like. Heck yeah. tea is a little bitter because it's been steeping. It's been steeping a while, and for some reason, I should have gone against the instructions saying to heat the tea up to boiling, because it's green tea and it requires a lower temperature for green tea. But I followed the instructions thinking, well, if it's not hot enough, maybe it won't bloom. Just stupid. Maybe I should have just done the green tea temperature. I can probably still do that. I can probably just add more hot water. Wow. She's strong. Strong and a little bitter. Just not how green tea is supposed to be. It's also lychee flavored. I do love tea. But I feel I need to get more savvy about it because I'm such a tea bag user. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that there's a lack of depth with tea bags that, you know, actual brewed like loose leaf teas or tea cakes or tea resins apparently have more of, like, they have just more of a depth of flavor and whatnot that I guess I miss when I use tea bags, but it's so convenient. That's why I always say I'm more of a tea person than I am a coffee person. I think a huge part of that is because it's really easy to just take a tea bag and boil water and just toss it in there. And that's what I do. I want my hot leaf water. I just want the caffeine without that much of a struggle. And you know what I just learned recently is that I think Holly, could be wrong, but I think Holly is North America's only, like, caffeinated native plant. Or at least America. It's something like that. I don't know if it's holly now all of a sudden, but it's some sort of plant. It's the only native caffeinated plant that we have. And what's really remarkable is that green tea, black tea, all these other teas, they're all from the same tree. It's all the same leaf, but just different. Really interesting to know that. I love tea. There's this, I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden, but there's a tea shop in Seattle where you can sit down and the gentleman there, he will serve you different teas. And it's did I just mention that it's a Chinese tea shop? It's a Chinese tea shop. So you know they got the good stuff. He'll sit you down, he'll tour a bunch of teas with you, and you get to try all these teas, and they're all really, really good. And that's where my folks get their tea. My dad is much more savvy about tea, like a good quality tea. I think that my folks like to do their evening tea with Siberian rose, things like that. It's very lovely to see. He has a little tea setup with little tea pets, except the tea pets are actually little air dry clay chickens that I made when I was a little kid. And so you can't really pour the water on it or else it'll ruin it. But he does have them there on his little tea setup with like the little tiny teacups. It's very cute. I like it. It's very wonderful. I would love to have a setup like that if I had the space or if I had the patience, because like I said, the tea for me is usually a matter of convenience rather than a ritual, which, no shade or anything. Some people really need that ritual, which I understand because I do rituals with other things, like fountain pens were my ritual for a long time, where, let me see, I have a fountain pen here. I lied. It's like up here. I am getting over being sick, by the way. I was sick for like 2 weeks, and it's not fully gone. Just doing a little nail check because I don't like showing my nails when they're like nasty. Here's my Montverde. Is it Montverde? Yeah. My Montverde pen. Holding it up like the girlies do. It's very beautiful. I think it's the Invincia. Yes. This is the Invincia, and I believe... Oh no, is there a scratch on there? It's probably a scratch, fellas. But the Invincia pen. I got this on sale on Jet Pens. Otherwise, I would not have bought it full price. I was going pen crazy in a frenzy. And I saw it. And I was like, it's on sale. I should get it. And it's a really lovely pen. It's so nice, if it'll focus at all. I don't know if it will, but it's got a black nib, and this is a kind of flex nib, so it's not 100% flex, it's just a little bit flex. It's a teeny bit, but a friend of mine accidentally, not accidentally, they really thought it was supposed to bend really good, so they like pressed it really good, and it has never been the same since. Good thing it was made to flex a little bit, otherwise it would be totally fucking like dead. But this thing has a little bit of trouble now on this nib, and I've been thinking about replacing the nib for a while, but I just have not done it. But yeah, it used to be my ritual. Open these things up, clean them out, and like put new ink in and just use them in writing, like writing letters and stuff. Although in recent years, I say years, but it's only been like about 1 year maybe, I have collected 3 typewriters, and so I use the typewriters to write things, and that's kind of my ritual also. You have to clear space out for them because they use up a whole section of space to sit them down, and then you type and it's noisy. It's really noisy. They are very loud. And then you just kind of every single line you have to pull the lever like bing bing bing, and it's just like a whole thing, and it's just a nice ritual to have, to kind of sit down and take yourself out of, like, I like to take myself out of the phone and just be in like physical real world space, and it's just really nice to do that, especially with the typewriter, and that's what the fountain pen did for a while, and now I'm hoping to kind of do that a little bit with tea. Although tea is something that you sit down, for me anyway, you sit down with it and then you do something else alongside, but my biggest problem is that I sit down with a cup of tea and then I forget. It's like really bad. Like if it's not in my immediate vision, I just don't remember. I just don't. And I turn around, I'm like, oh, I had tea and it's cold and it's oversteeped if I didn't take the tea bag out. Or even worse, I will lay down and then that tea sits there for like 2 hours while I nap. Not cute. But yes, normally I would be checking with my buddies to see if they're down to call or anything right now, like have a voice chat and where we're just parallel playing, but my buddy is busy, so I'm talking to a camera instead. That buddy is you, Moss. I know you're listening because you said you would listen to my video, and if you don't, then I'm sad. No, I'm kidding. It's all good. I don't think anybody's watching this anyways. It's all good. This is some really good bitter lychee tea. I should add some more water to it. I'm gonna cut to me not doing that. I lied. I made more tea. Ain't I a stinker? Ooh, it's heavy because it's full of hot water. This time I only used the green tea setting instead of boiling it all the way. So hopefully we'll have a better cup of tea this time that is not as crazy. Let's see. Let's give it a go. So far, so good. I like it. So, my room is already very aromatic at the moment, but I can't resist. I really like these things, the matches. And they have such a beautiful 70s, like, just beautiful 70s, what is it called? For Rick. It's like a logo or something on the front. That lettering is just so beautiful. So I have the Bayberry out. And this is very nostalgic smelling for some reason. It smells very familiar, like kind of incense from Vietnamese ceremonies. It's very familiar. I don't know. It smells like I've smelled it before, but I don't know from where exactly. But I've smelled it before. And, ooh, that beautiful smoke coming through. It smells so good. I really like this one. I did get the 50 pack of assorted fragrances where you choose your own fragrance. And I mostly got a bunch of the same ones because I like them. Let's see if I can see which ones are in my tea box right now. There's a bunch more than this, but I don't need all of them out at once. So in my little sliding wooden tea box, there's coconut from the last time when I got one of every fragrance. I don't really like the coconut one because it's the last one remaining from my first order. And I used up literally every other incense match scent. But I have French vanilla, which is like this yellow. Let's bring it up closer. French vanilla. This one's sandalwood. The brown ones are musk. We have cinnamon. That one's really, really good. I like that one a lot. Cinnamon. I think this is strawberry. Spice. It's kind of like a blend of spices. Patchouli. Really great. Jasmine. Of course, a classic. And then we have another bayberry. And then frankincense. Those are my favorites out of the 16 fragrances that they offer. Let's see how many are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not including coconut. Coconut's just in there because it's already out. I might as well have it out. But this bayberry. It's fantastic. I guess this is an outro. I'm not really good at doing outros, but I think it's a great place to end off today. I've set my intentions with this match, and now it's almost burnt up, and now I'm closing my evening, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Thank you for coming along with me, and bearing through every time I said and I am so sorry. I don't know how to stop it. I'm going to try, though. Being very intentional with my words. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time I decide it's worth vlogging. Goodbye.